Welcome to Badaboom. I'm Chris. On this episode, we have on Attack Peter, an official Godzilla artist whose art is now on full display with Pabst Blue Ribbon and Godzilla's official collaboration. This collab is meant to celebrate Godzilla's 70th anniversary, and there is no better way than highlighting Peter's fantastic kaiju art. The collab is available now and features cans that have Godzilla. We talked to Peter about Godzilla, this collaboration, and his art. Listen in and bada boom.
I'm here with Attack Peter to be able to talk about their collaboration with PBR and Godzilla. What's it like? Like for me, Godzilla has always been a part of my life, and it's crazy that Godzilla, still to this day, 70 years in, is able to reinvent themselves because of artists like you. So what's it like to kind of be able to put your spin in this kind of way and be able to have this huge of a collaboration?
It's incredible. Like you, I've grown up. I don't remember a time before Godzilla. As one of the first toys I remember owning was a pharmacy Godzilla toy. I think it's an Imperial Godzilla is what it's called if you look it up. Green, big white eyes, little black dots, and red lips. And I clutched that everywhere I went. And now, fast forward 40 some years that I'm working so closely with Toho so frequently and getting to put Attack Peter in front of the name Godzilla on posters, on figures, and now on these beer cans. It's crazy. It feels like I moved into town and Godzilla's one of my neighbors, and I can just reach out and like, hey dude, you want to hang out?
Yeah.
And that's really what it starts to feel like. It's like there's still the majesty that those movies present, but the mystery has turned into like a sense of kinship with not only the fictional character that I get to work on so closely, but also with all the amazing folks around Toho, now PBR, who I befriended through this. It's been a vehicle to have incredible human relationships as well.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what's interesting too is like obviously you've worked with Mondo and Toho for years, but this is kind of like a really big collaboration. What's it like to kind of be able to have your art be on this kind of a platform? You literally have a billboard a couple blocks from this Javits Center, and then also like people that may not even go in to see a Godzilla movie, maybe picking up their PBR regularly, and they're like, oh, what's this? And then they have this really cool interaction with your art. So what's that like?
It's incredibly surreal. On one hand, I'm so happy that people in towns and cities I've never even visited physically will have a chance to pick up some of my artwork. But on the other hand, what I really hope is that if I was on the other side of this, if I was a young starting artist and seeing things like this, I would be thinking, man, how do you get that? How does that happen? How do you arrive at a place where they reach out to you? And those questions used to boggle my mind. So I hope if people see this, they learn that, it's something that my journey's been very public.
Yeah.
I've always been very public about, I'm a teacher, I sell some artwork on Friday, or now, I got a job working on this official Marvel project, like for Sideshow, cool. Oh, I work at Skybound as an artist in residence. Or now I work at Mondo. Like, it's a very much a journey that along the way, if you make the work a vehicle, a device for you to meet other people and build relationships, this all just starts to come. And so I hope that people see it, because it's not a very polished art style.
Yeah.
It's very rustic. It's very unusual, especially to be seen in this commercial level, that whatever you're doing, do it really well. Do it the best you can do it, and you're going to find so many homes for that work.
I can hear the teacher in your voice.
Yeah, right?
And it's kind of cool to kind of find that out about you, because you can see it, one, in the work, and then also how it's reflected sort of back into you in terms of like the opportunities and all those kind of things. But for you, like, obviously this is a big milestone in your career. How's it been to sort of see your art evolve to this point where you're able to do something really public but still have that very personal style and still be like, again, on this platform despite it's very different than what people would think of as Godzilla.
Dude, it's like riding inside Voltron. It's like, if you think about what like these giant Voltron and like the Dragon Zord and like the Megazord, like this ultimate force that's combined different efforts, different pieces, putting them all together to create a force multiplier. That's what this feels like. My art is one tiny piece of it. Toho blessing the style, the Mondo giving me a platform 5 years ago to show this artwork off to a lot of people for the first time. The amazing people that don't get recognized in front of the scenes or behind the scenes folks that clear the way so I can just think about this. That's what this means to me. It means like a reflection, a moment to stop and reflect and say that this happens not because you're the best. There's so many better artists than I. It doesn't mean that you're the most popular. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means that you built roads with others who want to want to celebrate you because you celebrate them. And I think if anybody takes anything away from any of this press I've been doing this weekend, is that use whatever your gift is to connect with people. We're in a weird time where people are looking for excuses to disconnect from each other. I say, if you have a skill, if you have a gift, use it to connect with people. Sometimes it'll be your turn to shine, like mine is right now, and sometimes you're going to be needed to support someone else, and that's community. It's amazing.
Yeah. And what was it like seeing it in person?
Oh, it's fucking crazy, dude. It's like I'm 5'5", so everything looks gigantic to me. Yeah. But walking up to that, like I did not know it was happening till the day before. So when I walked up to it, I'm like, holy shit. It's like, this is just surreal. And again, huge shout out to PBR. It would have been mind-blowing enough if they just used the artwork, but they constantly feature my name on things. Attack Peter, Attack Peter, Attack Peter. And that is huge because that puts more eyes on the work I'm doing and allows me to grow from this experience. It's great that you get paid for it. Yeah. It's great that you get your props, but it's going to help me grow to another level and open more doors, and hopefully I can then open more doors for others.
Yeah, and that's awesome. I was literally at a panel not so long ago where we were talking about sort of like how a lot of bigger companies, especially in the comic and art world, sometimes don't feature the artist name. So to kind of have
that's bullshit,
PBR,
by the way. I'm gonna tell you something. That's bullshit, and I know that because I've been in meetings with big companies where they're like, "Oh, we should put the credits here," and someone's like, and there's no real reason to say no, but they just have this knee-jerk reaction to say no. And I've heard excuses like, well, everybody works on this in some capacity, so you don't have to put anybody's name. I say put a fucking smaller font. Put everybody's name. What is that shit? Like, we should be celebrating the human behind the work, especially now. Now it's going to be AI. I want HI, human intelligence, human ingenuity. I want to hear and see the struggles that people had to get to the point, like what we're doing right now, so that someone else hears it who is on the same journey but maybe like 10 years behind right now, so that they keep going. And if companies don't platform the artists are not going to be incentivized to give these companies their best work.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think what you bring up, especially when it comes to the AI conversation, you already see it sometimes, like where companies will post art and immediately people are like, hey, is this AI? You know what would make that a lot easier? If they just tag an artist, you could go to their page, you could see their process and all those things.
100%.
But again, it's been a pleasure.
Oh, thanks,
Congrats
on
all
so
the success. Obviously, we're at the Mondo booth at New York Comic Con.
Crazy. The Mondo booth is so fun.
Yeah, but it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you,
Peter.
brother. Appreciate it.
All right, enjoy the rest of your con.